AfterBuzzers. I'm here with Graham Wetterhahn, and he is producer of After Hours Theater Company. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good, thanks.
So this is the third project that I know about from
Yeah.
Tick Tick Boom and I Love You Because. And what made you choose this project?
It's actually the project that you don't know about, which was our very, very first project before, like Becca Kenningsberg, who you know, who's the director of the last two, got on board. We did a show called Edges, which was by Pasek and Paul. It was the first thing they had ever written. They did it in college when they met in Michigan, and they sort of wrote it in college. Am I supposed to look there or here? It's fine. Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
Great.
matter.
And so, hi. And so, yeah, they wrote this show. It was like a little song cycle. They wrote it in college, and then they continued revising it throughout their young 20s. And it seemed like a really cool project sort of to start with for the company because it was easy. You know, we could put it up in a few weeks, and it was fun. We really connected to the music. But while we were doing that project, we became very aware of Dogfight, which the rights had just come out for Dogfight. And I remember Aaliyah, who's actually a member of our cast, and she was also in the original cast of Edges, was like, Graham, when are we doing Dogfight? When are we doing Dogfight? I'm like, Aaliyah, we're not there yet. We have to get there. I was like, maybe 2 or 3 shows down the road. We got to build the company because Edges is just like a 4-person show, like a small band. It was just a little song cycle, 1 act. And so now here we are. And we actually got 3 shows later, and we got to Dogfight, and we're ready now, and it's been going great.
So what was it about Dogfight that really connected with you to want to put it up as a show?
The first and most obvious thing is the music, because that's what I was first introduced to, is the beautiful score that Benj Pasek and Justin Paul wrote. And so that's how I was first introduced to it, and then I watched. There was a bootleg online that I watched, and I really enjoyed it. I really like it because it's sort of different than a lot of musicals in that it really has a heart, but it's a very realistic story. It's a very honest story and an earnest story. It's not too musically. It had a young group. It allowed us to add certain elements of production, like it's a period piece, so we had to add a costume designer, a dedicated costume designer, and a dedicated choreographer, because our last show had 6 actors and this one has 15 actors. And we added a wig designer and all these different elements that really just help the company become more dynamic and grow, and that's been a lot of fun. It's crazy because, like I said, when I did Edges, if you said, oh, all of a sudden we're going to have a 50-person team, I would have said, I said, I'm not ready for that. That's crazy. But the jump from the last show to this show felt very natural. So I think that means we're on the right track and doing something sort of correctly.
You're definitely on the right track.
Thank you.
And since one of the themes of the show is beauty,
sure.
What do you discern for yourself as beautiful? What makes things beautiful to you?
Oh man, that's a very interesting question.
I try.
Beauty in terms of what, like, or anything. That's why it's very open-ended. Let's see. Beauty. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to answer this.
It's not saying something. What makes you?
I like people that are open and honest. I like people. I like some or beautiful. I mean, depends. If we're talking about like the earth being beautiful, I like to do something like Peter Vogt. Oh, you can't see mine.
Oh my gosh.
Is that for the lounge singer?
Are you like Little Richard?
We're making it's performance number 9, but we're still making production.
I wish you guys could see that wig right now. It's so lit.
It's beautiful. As far as people, I like people that I can connect with. I think that's very beautiful. Somebody that's something that's earnest and honest.
So what next project can we expect to see from After Hours Theater Company?
Oh, that's the question.
If you can tell.
That's the question. No, that's what I was working on today. I'm still working on it. We got probably a couple months of development before we decide on a thing, and I think the next big project would be probably like about a year from now. Big project, but we'll probably do a lot of like smaller things in between now and then. I'd like to do stuff. I'd like to start moving the company in a direction of doing more like site-specific or more immersive type shows. It's not exactly, but something where we can sort of create the whole environment. I love 99-seat theater, but there is a limiting element to it that I think would be fun to at least try moving away from a little bit. Yeah, because I think that's where LA. I think our goal is sort of to help sort of develop the next generation of theater-going audience. Because you look, and there's, no offense, I don't think any of your viewers fall into the geriatric category, so I don't think I'm offending anybody. But it tends to be an older audience usually, and so I think one of the things we're trying to do is really develop that younger audience. And I think one way we can do it is to create like an experience, like a immersive theater experience. You walk into the theater and you're in the space that the show takes place, and it, you know, I mean, look at just currently, I don't know when people watch this, but like the Museum of Ice Cream, like everybody has those freaking sprinkles. So if we can do something a little bit Instagrammable, maybe we can trick younger kids into coming to theater and falling in love with it like we have.
Well, we are so excited for Dogfight. The reviews have been amazing.
They have. We've gotten very lucky.
And hopefully the Ovation Awards, you guys get in there.
Fingers crossed. No, we were Ovation recommended. That's amazing. Nominations and awards are great, but they're out of our control. I'm very proud of this show and this cast, and that's as much as I can ask for at the moment. We've accomplished with this show everything that I wanted to. You know, all the goals that we had for this show as far as building the company have been accomplished with this show. It's been really a great experience.